Hello. For our practice today, we will be stretching in a way that feels supportive, perhaps a little less passive, but we want to create space in our bodies, but without any pushing or straining. And our focus is to move with awareness, to allow our bodies to open gradually, pain-free. As always, I will give a few options because we can do one position in many different ways, and so find a way that feels more supportive and you allow the pose or the asana to fit your body rather than your body fit into the asana. For today's practice, you have the option to use a stretchy strap or a yoga strap. If you don't have either of these, a pair of tights will be great, or a tie even, or a belt. A couple of blocks. If you don't have yoga blocks, again, books, maybe at least 3 inches. A blanket for support of your head, or anything if you rather put something under your knees, and a bolster or pillows or cushions for relaxation. We'll begin. I invite you to come into a comfortable seated position. Perhaps you want to sit on a cushion or a blanket, or you're quite comfortable, legs crossed, sat on your mat. I invite you to keep your eyes open, but lower and soften your gaze, or close your eyes as we just start our practice with 5 cleansing breaths, arriving on our mat, reconnecting with our breath, our body, and our mind. Breathing in through your nostrils and out through your nostrils. 5 calming, slow and steady breaths. Feel the movement in your belly as you breathe. And then when you're ready, open your eyes. Take a breath here, breathing in. On your exhale, turn your head to the right and lower your chin to your right shoulder. 1 round of breath here. On an inhale, circle your chin up, gaze up, over to your left side. Exhale as your chin lowers towards your left shoulder. Hold here for a round of breath. Inhale, bring your head to neutral. Exhale, right ear towards right shoulder. Option to rest your right hand on the left side of your head, left arm out to the side, or not. Calm and steady breath. On an inhale, bring your head back up to center. Exhale, left ear towards your left shoulder. Option to rest your left hand on the right side of your head, right fingertips out to the side, resting on the floor, or keep your right arm lifted. Again, or not, keeping hands placed on your thighs. On your next inhale, lift your head back to center. And then exhaling, resting fingertips on the floor, Breathe in, lift your arms up. Rotate to your right. Exhale, come into your seated twist, looking back over your right shoulder. If that feels okay for your neck, if not, stay in your twist, but bring your head back to neutral. If you're looking back over your right shoulder, inhale your head back to neutral, but keep your left hand on your right knee. Right arm comes up, breathe in. And then exhale, side bend towards your left knee with a gentle little push onto your right thigh. We just want to feel a nice stretch through our right side, creating some length and space here. Breathing in place. And then slowly navel pulls into your spine. Exhale as you come up to seated. Left fingertips to the floor. Breathe in, arms up. Rotate towards your left to come into your twist. Exhale. Adjust your head position. Little less passive practice today, but we don't want to feel pain and discomfort. Maybe a little out of our comfort zone, but no pain. Head comes to center. Inhale, left arm up. Keep your right hand on your left thigh. And exhale, side bend towards your right knee. Creating space and length through the left side of your body. Left hip. Left arm. Take a breath in place. Navel to spine, exhale, slowly come up to seated. Now feel free to wiggle your legs, come into seated windshield wipers, sometimes sitting cross-legged for a while. Get some cramp or tingly, and then readjust, come back into a comfortable seated position. Option here to use a yoga strap or a band if you have it. We're going to come into a nice shoulder and arm stretch, cow face arms. I'll turn to my side so you can see me. Inhaling, right arm up and over your right shoulder, left hand around your lower back, finding your band and just holding on, walking your fingers towards each other so you get a nice stretch in both arms and both shoulders. Right arm, elbow up towards the ceiling, left elbow towards the floor. If this doesn't feel like enough of a stretch and pain-free, you can take hold of your fingers or just have your tips of your fingers touching and still remain upright. Then please, options, choices for your practice. Deep breath in through your nose, gentle breath out through your nose. Slowly release your arms. Let's go to the other side using your strap or your band if you wish. Left arm up and over, right arm wraps around your lower back. Fingertips touching or perhaps hooking, getting a little bind. Sit up tall, legs relaxed. And slowly releasing your arms. Breathing in, bring your arms into cactus. Exhale, elbows touch, palms touch. Inhale, lift your elbows a little bit. Exhale, lower. Inhale to cactus. Exhale. Inhale, elbows lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale to cactus. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale. And inhale. Last one. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. We should feel that all the way around our shoulders. A little bit of strengthening, a little bit of mobility. So roll it out. Then bring your palms together in prayer. Take an inhale. And then exhale. Bind your fingers, push the back of your hands forward, palms facing in, round your back, navel to spine, seated cat. Inhale, push your palms forward and then up, seated cow. So perhaps coming into a little back bend. And then exhale, cat, round, push back. Inhale, cow. Exhale. Inhale. Last round. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Release hands to the floor. Noticing the cross of your legs. My left shin is over my right. Yours might be the other way round. That's fine. Just take notice which shin is in front of the other. Inhale, sweep your arms up. And then exhale, slowly, slowly come forward. Nice and slow. So we're working into our thighs, our core a little bit here. And then gently find the floor with your hands. Perhaps you want to come down on your forearms, or perhaps staying more upright, chin to chest. And of course, you have the option to place your hands on blocks or bolsters or cushions. So find a comfortable seated forward fold with the legs crossed, just working a little bit into our hips and our thighs. Don't worry about rounding in your back. This stretch is a little bit more passive. Breathing in, lift your head, look forward, and then as you exhale, lift up. Place your hands behind you, preferably fingers turned in towards you. Lean back, elbows squeeze towards each other, chest lifts. Lift your feet off the floor, uncross your legs, coming into bent knee boat. If you want to, you can stretch your legs up. Might have to walk hands a little bit back a little bit more. Be careful not to open up your elbows. Keep pushing them back. Hold for a breath in. And then as you exhale, change the cross of your legs. Breathe in, arms lift up. And then exhale, slowly, slowly reaching forward. Find any support if you wish to use it. If not, hands to the mat, forearms to the mat, or to blocks or pillows or cushions. And exhale, release. Keeping your glutes firmly on the floor. Just creating some length in our lower back. A little stretch across our back as well. Take a breath in, lift your head, look forward. On your exhale, come up to seated. Bring your hands behind you. Have to even it out. Make sure that your hands are at least shoulder distance apart. Inhale, lift your feet off the floor, stretch into any type of boat. You can come to straight legs or bent knees. Push your chest lift forward. Keep your hands on the floor. Breathe in. And then on your exhale, cross your legs the comfortable way. If you are using blocks, just place them at the top of your mat, just off to the side. And from here, your option is to roll onto your knees into tabletop, or just to swing your legs out to the side to come into your tabletop. And then from here, we're going to gently lower ourselves down into Sphinx, coming down onto your forearms, walking your legs back, gently lowering into Sphinx, elbows under your shoulders, pressing your forearms and your hands and fingertips into the floor. If you feel you're sinking your neck, push and lift your head up, shoulders pull back, feeling a stretch along the front of your body. Tops of your feet are pressed firmly into the floor. Breathing in and out. Gentle back bend. Keep a slight engagement in your glutes. Look forward. Take 3 breaths here. Now we're going to come into side Sphinx. So keep your right forearm exactly where it is. Roll onto your right hip and left leg comes up onto your right leg. Left hand in front of your tummy. And you can push yourself up onto your right hand. If that feels too much, you can slide your right hand out a little bit further. If that still feels too much, come down onto your forearm, fingertips towards the top of your mat, or if it feels better, bring your elbow under your shoulder, fingertips towards the long edge of your mat. So choose which position is a good stretch, a good release. That's what we're looking for today. A good stretch, a good release. No pushing or straining. This feels good for me today. If you feel again like in Sphinx, we don't want to sink towards our shoulder. We're pushing and lifting up and out. Press your feet as if they're against a wall. And then slowly, as you take an exhale, come back into Sphinx. We'll come back through Sphinx and then we'll roll onto our left side. Choosing the position of your left arm, either up on your hand or down onto your forearm, fingers forward or fingers out to the side. Your choice. Take a look at your feet, push into your imaginary wall and hold here. Lifting up and out of your shoulder. Using a fair amount of arm strength here as well in your left side. And then slowly, slowly, as you exhale, come back into Sphinx. Option here is to stay in Sphinx, or if you want to go a little bit deeper, to Really stretch out your back, widen your hands, slide your hands forward and come up into seal. Keeping that engagement in your glutes, push the tops of your feet into the floor. And again, we want to push, lift ourselves up, getting a front body stretch as well. We don't have to stay here for very long, maybe 1 breath or maybe 3. If you're enjoying the stretch, stay for a little bit longer. But we never want to overdo or push too hard. On an exhale, slowly come down and slide your hands under your shoulders. Look down towards the floor. Engage your abs. On an inhale, lift up, keep your elbows bent and tight towards your ribs. And exhale, look over your right shoulder, twisted cobra. Breathe in, come to center. Exhale, lower. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, look over your left shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, lower down. Abs engaged. Inhale, up. Exhale, look over your right shoulder. Inhale, center, nice and strong. Exhale. Inhale, up. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Slowly lower yourself all the way down. Maybe stack your forearms, rest your forehead, and perhaps it feels nice to either circle your legs, your lower legs, or windshield wiper. Entirely up to you, which gives you a little bit of release. Release, tuck your toes under, hands slide under your shoulders, push up into tabletop. From tabletop, find your blocks, place them shoulder distance apart, hands on your blocks, I'd say at the lowest height, or books, tuck your toes under. We're going to lift up and back into downward facing dog, just a gentle down dog. I like to use blocks because that way I get my heels to the floor and a really nice hamstring and calf stretch. Just feel that stretch through your body, chest towards your thighs, but of course we don't want to overdo it again. Just feel the stretch. If this feels too much, lift your heels, bend your knees deeply, keep your hands on the blocks. And if it feels nice, perhaps you bend one knee and push your other heel towards the floor. Taking your down dog for a little walk. And then on an inhale, we're slowly going to walk your feet towards your block, bent knees. Stay in your half lift, hands stay on your blocks, either medium height, lowest height, or perhaps highest height, so you're in a half lift. I like to keep a nice, generous bend in my knees here. Crown of your head towards the floor, chin to chest. Take an inhale, lift your head, come into half lift. Bend your knees, push into the floor with your feet, engage your thighs, and slowly roll up to standing. Fantastic. Keeping your blocks at the top of your mat, but just step a little bit away from them. We're going to get heavy on our right foot, light on your left toes. Here, you have an option to slide your left foot back into high lunge, or lift your left leg up, hovering your left foot above the floor, bend into your right knee, hands on hips or arms out to the side, whatever helps with balance. If you are near a wall and you're feeling unsteady, place your hand on the wall or perhaps fetch a chair and then gently step back into a high lunge. High lunge position, hands on hips, back straight, little bend in your front knee, but more of a bend in your back left leg. A little bit of a quad stretch and a bit of strengthening around our glutes, and also this helps strengthen our knees. And we're going to take a breath in and a breath out, steadying yourself. Just keep focused, looking at one point. Breathing in, lowering left knee towards the floor. It does not have to touch the floor. Keep squeezing, and then as you exhale, come up. Everything engaged as you come up. Inhale and squeeze, exhale, come up. Breathing in, exhale. 3 more. Inhale, exhale. 2 more. Squeeze, exhale up. Last one. We're going to hold. Inhale, come down. Squeeze everything towards your midline. Hold. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. And squeeze. Exhale. Come up. Straighten your front leg. Step your left foot a little bit closer. We're going to come into pyramid. Place your left heel down on the floor, left toes turned in. Legs can be a little bit staggered. Hands on hips, breathe in. Push into your left heel. Slight micro bend in your right knee. Exhale, hinge from your hips. Find your blocks. Place them either side of your right foot, making sure that your wrists are under your shoulders or a little bit in front. Pull your right hip back. Feel your hamstring stretch deepen. Push your left heel into the floor, calf stretch. And then just look down towards your right toes. 3 breaths here. Inhale, lift your head, bend into your right knee. And then as you exhale, step your left foot next to your right foot. Bend both knees, slowly roll up to standing. Beautiful. Just adjust your blocks, move them out of your way. Going to get heavy in our left foot, hovering right toes off the floor or light on the floor. Choice to slide your right foot back into your high lunge or lift your right knee up. Bend your standing leg, left knee bends, step back. Make sure you feel grounded and comfortable. Doesn't matter if we have one arm, one hand on the wall or holding onto a chair. Still getting a good stretch using strength in your body. Hands on your hips, look forward, bend into your right knee. Maybe you, just like me, slide your right foot back a little bit. Squeeze into your glutes. Squeeze everything towards your midline, center of your body. Breathe in, bend, lower your right knee. Exhale, squeeze out. 5 more of these. That was 1. Squeeze up, exhale. 2. 3. Steady breath. Exhale up. 5, I think. Feeling a bit wobbly. Breathing in, 6. Hold here. Everything towards the midline. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Woo. Exhale. Slowly come up. Right foot steps in a little bit. Stagger your feet, toes turning towards the right corner of your mat. Hands on hips. Breathe in, preparing for pyramid. Exhale, hinge forward. Slight bend in your left knee. Find your blocks either side of your left foot. Pull your left hip back and look down towards your left toes. 3 breaths here. Breathe in, look forward, bend your left knee, and as you exhale, step your right foot next to your left foot, knees bent, roll up to standing. Shake it out. Okay, just a short and sweet standing practice. Now we're going to take it down to the floor and we're going to practice our hands free to the floor. Couple of options. Option 1, standing with your feet more than hip distance apart, perhaps toes turned out, as if we're coming down into garland squat or malasana. Slowly, slowly coming into your squat, strong legs. Strong, 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 strong legs. Now, you can sit down at this point on a block. Really good. You've gone from standing into a squat, strong legs. And then from here, use your hands to sit on the mat. Or if you want to go a little bit further, slowly touch down. Okay. Other option, I'm going to come up hands free, swing my legs to the side, roll up onto my knees, proposal pose, come to standing. And this is the way you can go back down. Option 2, onto your back knee, both knees, swing your legs to one side and sit down. Okay. That's just good mobility practice, coming up and down from the floor. I like to come up like this into the proposal way. I struggle a bit more coming up. I have some issues with my knee, so that puts quite a lot of pressure, but squatting down is okay. So mix and match. All right, coming towards the end of our class now. I invite you to find a comfortable seated position. If you have your blocks, pop them off to the side. We won't be needing those now. And we're going to finish with a focused breathing practice, square breathing, box breathing, samavriti, equal breath. We'll do this for about 1 minute. So first of all, make sure you are comfortable. If you are sat near a wall, perhaps you want to sit up against the wall. You can even do this lying down. So if you're ready for Savasana, you can come and do this lying down. Okay, so when you're ready, I invite you to close your eyes or soften and lower your gaze. Just taking a few natural, normal breaths, no control. And then when you're ready, I'll do the first round with you. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4. Holding, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Holding, 2, 3, 4. Beginning again with your inhale. Keep going, 1 minute. Finishing your round. When you have finished, just take a few normal breaths, eyes open or closed. And then when you're ready, lift your gaze, open your eyes. And it's time to rest, Savasana. Now, sometimes lying down doesn't feel great for everybody, so please, I invite you to stay seated for your Savasana. Perhaps sit against a wall. Make sure you're nice and comfortable, you're on a cushion. Wrap a black blanket around your shoulders. Otherwise, if you're comfortable lying down, you can even lie down on your side if that feels safe for you, or onto your back. So it's your choice. Making sure that you've got a nice comfortable surface beneath you, warm and soft. I'm just going to lay out my blanket, or more of a rug, a little bit wider. And then if you want to place any pillows under your knees or under your head, please feel free to do so. Find the position that works for you. Settle in. Savasana is the quiet time we need after our practice. We allow everything to settle into our body. Even if you're not lying down, just that calmness, giving our body time and space to relax. If you're lying down, perhaps you want to create space with your arms or rest your hands on your tummy. If you're sitting up, maybe hands on your thighs or resting gently in your lap. Let's take a deep breath in through your nostrils. Inhale. And an audible sigh out through your mouth. And we'll be here for perhaps a couple of minutes. Slowly start to deepen your breath, bringing a little bit of movement into your fingers and toes. Just coming back to yourself, back onto your mat, familiar surroundings and sounds around you. And then slowly bend your knees, push any bolsters or pillows away from you, soles of your feet to the floor. If you're seated, just stay as you are, just moving fingers, wiggling your toes. And we'll all make our way up into a comfortable seated position. Perhaps your eyes are still closed or your gaze is lowered, softening around your eyes. Let's just take a moment here. Notice how we're feeling. No need to change anything, just sitting and observing how we feel at this present moment. And then when you're ready, lift your gaze or open your eyes. Thank you for practicing with me today. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next Friday.